Okay, in this video, we're going to go over how to add scene and set up some shots or transition between cameras and try out some of the wide shots, the close-ups and different shots throughout this dialogue that we've got here. So we've got the facial animations, we've got some expressions on there, we've got some lip sync, which is great. So what we want to do is add some elements into the scene. So two ways you can do this. You can either model the elements or you can add elements that you found online. I've provided some in Teams, but you can also obviously look for your own elements as well. So it's totally up to you what you want to do in terms of adding elements to this scene. So yeah, let's get started. So what I'm using at the moment is a tool called, or it's a plugin called BlenderKit, and you can find a load of assets on BlenderKit for free. So you can click on this button here, click on free first. But if you don't want to do that, then you can go on to just Sketchfab. Which is a great website for finding free assets. So let's say I want to go and search for a chair. You can just find a chair asset, make sure it's downloadable, and let's say I want this chair from VU. So he's going to be sitting on this chair. I download the studio model. Obviously you have to log in, so let me just sign in with my account. And there you go. So we've got this model. I'm just going to download. I don't really need the texture, so I'm just going to download the OBJ. And then I also want a table, so let me go for that. Make sure it's downloadable. Just something simple. So let's load some more. Just want like a very basic table. Let's go for this one. Okay, so download this model. I'll download it as a GOB this time then. And then I want a cup as well. So the idea with this scene is it's just going to be him sitting at the table looking at the dishes on the other side of the table, and then he bangs the table after he says his quote. And I just want the cup to be a simple cup of coffee that you can have as animate as a secondary object. So when he bangs a table after he says fine, I'll do it myself, who can do it that way. So I've just downloaded free assets. Let's go to I'm just extracting them at the moment. Alright, cool. So let me just go to File, Import, OBJ. In my downloads, I'm just going to go to the chair first and import that. There we go. Zoom out, and then I'm just going to rotate that by 180 degrees, scale it down, pull this up. Okay, so you want to go into pose mode, and I'm just going to pull the feet up and just have him sitting in this chair. Cool, great. And scale this down. Move this across. Alright, cool. So we've got him sitting there. Let's pretend that he's got a table in front of him at the moment. I'm just going to import that GLB. So I just go to File, Import GLB, and the table's here. So this table, you just want to scale this down as well. Everything's got a keyframe because I've just been hitting. I haven't like hit the undo the record button, so I can actually turn off record at this point in time. And there you go. So let's just bring this scale of this table up a bit. We're just using these as like props, really. So let's say table's right there. The next thing I want is, okay, so that's why you don't do any of this with keyframes. Cool. Alright, so we've got the table, and now we want the cup. And then you just want to import this as an OBJ. So now we've got a cup on the table as well. So that's great. Cool. Alright, so now we can actually see everything in the shot, the camera. That's great as well. Cool. So we've got everything we need so far. We haven't really got a floor, so I could just add, let me just add a cube. I'm just going to scale this down. And I'm going to just press S, Shift and Z to scale it in all axis but the Z axis. So yeah, he's sitting on this platform and he's doing the fine, I'll do it myself. Okay, so that's great so far. So what I kind of want to do is now think about like rotating his body. Maybe he leans in and he just bangs the table at some point. So let's say maybe around this point, or he's yeah, he's just leaned backwards or sitting normal.
Do it myself. Fine. I'll do it myself.
Okay, so this part he's like leaning, and then like he's a bit more like ready to get up, and at this point he's, let's say his arms are, let's say they're folded. And then maybe by the time he makes his mind up to do it himself, they are no longer folded. So let's say that's his arms at this point. And this point, I'm just pressing C, Control C, Control V to just pose those arms.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
And then maybe at before he leans in, around about 40, we've got one arm. Actually, at 40 basically. Maybe at 60 then. This arm comes down, and then this arm goes down, but it also comes up, in, and down like this, and then rotates up like that. Okay, so
Fine.
okay, so the idea is, instead of him simply just unfolding his arms, maybe he like raises his arm up, and like he bangs the table. So the idea is he just bangs the table, and that's what causes the secondary animation. Okay, this isn't this is just blocking out.
Fine.
And then at this point, he hits the table. I don't think we can. Yeah, I'm not sure where the controllers are to like ball his fists on this one. So that's interesting. Yeah, I don't know where the it should be this, like it should actually control the whole finger really. It should rotate the whole thing, but I guess it doesn't. But the idea is like he hits the table, and then sort of, let's say this is the impact. I'll just create a keyframe there, and then it goes up. And then up and then back down again, yeah. But when it goes back down, maybe it goes back down a bit crooked, so it jumps, and then at this point when it lands, it's a bit crooked, so something's up with the wheel on my mouse, so it's not letting me actually zoom in like I'd want to. Maybe I can just grab this. Okay, so but yeah, there is like it just bangs the table.
I'll do.
I'm also not even entirely sure that the orientation's right on this cup. Yeah, because the medium point seems a bit off. Let me just change the rotation back to 0. And let me change it up to 90 here. There you go. And let's just have him, let's just have the cup back up here. Cool. Okay, so this is just like the blocking out, and then at a certain point I'm actually going to look at some references of like probably not in this episode, but in a future episode, some references of a cup being slammed, or like how a cup moves as it jumps off the table. I'm kind of going off of guessing at this point in time.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
And I think on this, it's just basically it's just been resetting those rotations every time.
I'll do it. I'll do it myself.
And I think here we just want guess I don't really want that frame there.
I'll do it myself. Fine. I'll do it.
But the idea is just we just want the cut to go up, really. Maybe even higher than what it actually does.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Looks so fake. Alright. That's a little too high for that second bounce. But generally the idea is just to
I'll do it myself. Fine. I'll do it myself.
just to create some secondary motion, but we're just blocking it out at the moment. And in the next episode we're going to look at doing camera shots or different camera angles, especially for when he leans in. I get the feeling that it would be better if it zoomed into his eyes or something.
I'll do it.
Something like that. So yeah, in the next episode we'll go over adding more staging, doing more character animation, more movement and stuff like that. Tune in next time.